Let's look at the most surprising cuts by the Vikings today. Welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show on Onebar with Lupagus. Vikings make their final cuts today, and as always, there was a few surprises sprinkled in there.
A few. Nothing like mind-blowing, but there was a few surprises. Before we talk about those surprises, be sure to subscribe to our channel. We're almost at 9,600 subscribers. Hit the button. It'll feel so good.
Let's get 10,000. Also, Underdog Fantasy, the easiest, best place to play fantasy. Season is upon us. They got the best ball drafts, which is fantastic. They got to pick them higher or lower. And when they say easy, I mean easy peasy, lemon squeezy. It's fantastic. I've done it a bunch, and I've won some cash. And remember, put in that promo code SKOL when you sign up. They will double your deposit up to 100 bones.
And send us your email address, onebarlupagus@gmail.com. We're setting up a couple leagues through Underdog Fantasy. If you want a part of that, you have to email us, or you're not going to get an invite.
Biggest surprise is, like Lupagus said, there wasn't anything that just made us fill our pants front and back. There was some that were just like, all right, that was a little surprising. Let's start off with the most surprising. Luigi freaking Valine.
Yeah, undrafted rookie last year. You see him make progress. You see him have a nice preseason, doing what he wants. Everybody expects him to do. Had a couple sacks during the preseason games, and then he cut him. And you mentioned it in a video before. I mean, like, we don't know what the future is at edge next year. Daniel Hunter could be with the new team. Marcus Davenport's only on a 1-year deal. DJ Waddle is probably going to go look to get paid by somebody else. You want a guy like this that you developed and that you can trust, and then that's coming along on your team, and to cut him now just doesn't make any sense to me.
We got Patrick Jones. Everybody's excited about him. I think he's going to be one of the next guys up. But Luigi Valine was damn near my defensive MVP for the preseason. He just looked even better than last year. They kept him on the roster last year, and to let him go now and to keep it like an Andre Carter, an unproven guy that hasn't done anything, that was playing like in the fourth quarter of the last preseason game. I don't give a shit what his bonus was. His bonus was peanuts compared to what you pay other players. So I don't think it has anything to do with, like, I don't get it. It makes me a little mad.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if the Vikings can get him on the practice squad, or if he says, lick my balls, I'm going somewhere else.
Well, you know what? He's a professional. I think he'll say something a little more, you know what? And he'll probably go get 10 sacks. But Luigi Valine, damn it. I wanted him on the team. Wanted him on so bad.
Yeah, we all did.
All right, next up, Juwan Williams, the big corner, big size, a guy like that we need in our secondary. Had a fantastic preseason. A guy who could mesh well with these youngsters that we have in the secondary, and he's gone.
Yeah, and, we ended up keeping 5 corners, one of them being Najee Thompson, who's, pretty much a special teams ace. Nice shirt, by the way. Flash Thompson representing right there. And like oh my God, this flying right on my camera.
I was just going to say, there's a fly flying around that looks like a freaking bird.
There was 2 like having sex on my D button here.
You need one of those tape things hanging all over the place. Your house stinks.
Yeah, so anyway, Juwan Williams, like you said it, he had a nice preseason. He got some size, got some length, got a little experience to him. We only keep 5 corners. This one to me was a little bit of a surprise. I thought he played well enough to make this team, and he should be on this roster. To see him get cut, again, a little bit surprising.
That fly landed right on your camera.
He did. I was like, what's going on?
Yeah. If it's Najee, a special teams ace like that, or Juwan Williams, it made the right move. But
yeah,
this is this position that we both agree that somebody new is coming into the mix, and it's going to be a veteran type of guy. It's got to be. There's no way they get rid of him without a plan.
Yeah. Hopefully they got someone in the works already that we just don't know about.
All right, these last 2, not crazy surprising, but still surprising. Atmoel, I think the surprise here is the fact that they drafted him in round 5 last year. He was on the active roster at times last year, and maybe they bring him back to practice squad, but they're moving on from him.
Yeah, I mean, the fact he was a 5th-round pick last year made me think he had a chance. He deserved to be cut. It's the right move, but I'm surprised Kwesi actually didn't actually pull the trigger, starting to give up on his own guys, so shows a little bit there. We saw it last night when he let Ross Blacklock go. He traded for him. He brought him in, admitting his mistake a year later, and now he's realizing it says Atmoel. Probably going to be in the practice squad, but again, a guy who is just not progressing very quickly.
And everybody has given Kwesi a lot of shit. Like, his 5th-round pick from last year is already gone. I went back and looked to see what the 5th rounders were, and over the last 7 years, we only have 2 5th rounders on our roster. And one's KJ Osborne, hell of a steal, and one's Ty Chandler just from last year. So it's not like 5th rounders are just like, yeah, they're going to make the team. Of course they're going to make the team. They're actually pretty rare.
Yeah, 5th round in Vikings just doesn't equate very well.
David Yankee.
I thought we had a steal there.
All right, last one, Dwayne McBride. And this one's more of a surprise. I think more so just the initial hype when we got him in round 7. Kwesi labels him. We had a starter grade on him. I don't know what league he was talking about it, but it wasn't the NFL.
Yeah, maybe the AAFL, whatever the hell that thing was called there for a while. Yeah, I mean, and then everybody else too, like all these draft analysts, like, oh my God, the Vikings' biggest steal is Dwayne McBride. So then you start thinking, okay, this is the guy who's going to really rip up the preseason. What do we see? A guy who looks timid, running scared, looks like the spotlight, the stage is too big for him. But I thought maybe he would still make it just because I thought Kenny was going to go on the IR, which he may still do, and then they would just keep him as a guy to have here as some depth. Instead, Kenny Ngwangu right now is currently on the active roster. We'll see if that changes. But, yeah, Dwayne McBride, 7th-round pick, a guy, you said, a lot of buzz. It's gone.
Yeah, it's funny when we caught him, a lot of people on Twitter from other teams, considering all the hype that when we got him, were just like, holy shit, this guy got cut. Blah, blah, blah. Everyone was very surprised. The Vikings fans were just like, yeah, it's probably a good call.
I was more upset when Aaron Dykes got cut.
I think Lupagus needs to go find a fly swatter. That thing it looks large. It's going to grab
3 of them
and take him out, and we'll never see him again. Here's our 4 surprise cuts. Let us know in the comments your most surprising cuts of the day.
Remember this, inhaling helium from a balloon can actually kill you.